of seconds now. Now, this event in 1883 was so powerful, the explosion was heard all the way into Australia. How do we know this? Well, through old archives and stuff, and it was funny, just the other night, the Discovery Channel, or the Science Channel, had a 3-hour special about volcanoes, and they were talking about Krakatoa. Krakatoa is very alive today. Matter of fact, it is starting to rebuild a dome. Now, with that said, Krakatoa sits right there in the southern part of the Ring of Fire. You know, I'm not trying to be a fear-monger here. It's far from it. I'm trying to be a realist and let you know, have you an understanding of what is making things go on, how these events are taking place, how these things are shaping up, how are they fitting in with biblical prophecies. And I'll give you an example here. We had a lady that sent me an email on our Facebook account, and she lives over in the UK, and she said, this is rubbish. You're fear-mongering. I'm not going to watch this no more. Well, that's your choice. But when it happens, tell your neighbors that you already knew this was going to happen. And I'm showing you the evidence. What will it look like? This is probably a good close proximity of what it will look like. It will happen in a millisecond when it does erupt. Yellowstone is the beast. It is the dragon. It is nothing to ignore. There is a lot of evidence I'm going to show today concerning the California wildfires and things that I have been privy to see in the last, 48 hours. I share this with my very closest of friends right at the moment because I want to make sure the data I'm getting is correct. I have 3 geologists that I talk with on a regular basis. I have one of the geologists, and I will not mention names because their jobs and the possibility of them being prosecuted if this gets released. I didn't sign no contract with any university or any geological survey to keep this silent. It's called a confidentiality contract. For them to come to work for a university to teach geology or whatever, or they come to work with the, say, the United States Geological Survey, you have to sign a confidentiality contract that you will not go talk to the press or the media without the express written consent from your immediate supervisor of FEMA and the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees all this. It's like, keep your damn mouth shut or we will fire you and we will put you in jail. I've seen these contracts. When I was with the agency back in the 80s and before I left in 1993, we all had to sign that because what we were working with was highly classified government material. It's just, it's irrelevant. Again, I like to use the old analogy. See the lights flashing at the railroad crossing and you look down the tracks and see that white light coming. Are you brave enough to step across that track, that train? You don't know how fast it's coming. Just like Yellowstone, the beast, we do not know when it's going to arrive, but we look for certain signatures. They are known as harmonic tremors. Now, they had one on the 15th of July last month that caused the ground swells in Teton Pass, which had been monitored, in Butte Pass over at Montana, which had been rising. These ground swells are caused by methane gas, hydrogen gas, carbon dioxide, sulfur. Again, it's like water. The gas will find a way, but when we do not see any swells, we do not see any seismic activity going on, that's when we worry. Because the gas has found no way to escape. And if it can't escape, guess what? Boom. up it goes. So that's why I'm doing these videos. I want you people to know that not only is it going to happen in this country, and it could happen very soon, and I will be showing the evidence in these videos, but I want you to be aware, not because this is not a United States event, this is a global event, and it has happened in the past. I know what some of the experts say, that Yellowstone erupted 640,000 years ago. That's a bunch of crock. Because now some of them are starting to come out and saying, well, wait a minute, it did actually erupt about 70,000 years ago, because we're finding ash that is identical at Yellowstone down in the Rio Grande Valley. Imagine that. We know this for a fact because the mineral deposits and the lava deposits and the topographical buildups in these areas are identical to what we're witnessing at this very moment in Yellowstone. So I will get started on the next video, and we will go into the Cascade subduction zone. I'm also going to talk about how Alaska is affecting Cascade. How Cascade, when it ruptures, it's showtime, people. So on that note, again, I want to thank everybody for all the emails you're sending me, whether they're positive or they're negative. It's okay. That's part of the job entitlement. I appreciate everything you send, and I try to get back to them as quick as possible.